Okay.
So instead of just letting it back up, if you can let it feel the tension go back up, we're gonna get more hypertrophy that way.
Always try to win the hypertrophy.
Yep.
So kicking off season 3 of DRIFTA LIFTA, we're in LA right now. The whole thing's gonna be in Southern California. And pretty excited, heading right now to Barbell Brigade, but first, need some coffee. And they got a spot right near their studio, Stumptown, that's awesome. Place out of Oregon, makes great coffee. So we're gonna go meet them, and then get some swole on and get some learn on.
I feel so
So BART KWAN's pretty interesting. You know, he's a power lifter and runs a gym and stuff like that. But the thing I'm really interested in talking to him about as well is that he's the only professional YouTuber I know. And the amount of work and hustle those guys seem to put in, I'm really fascinated by.
every day in a different place between these white lines and blackout nights.
So man, finally got a chance to get out here and come hang out. Pretty exciting, man. You know, I'm starting to dabble a little bit in the YouTube worlds, and I mean, I think you're the only professional YouTuber. I mean, you got a lot of other stuff going, but that's kind of the bread and butter, huh?
Yeah, there's quite a few professional YouTubers in LA actually. And I don't know how that happened, but I think it just somehow like everyone started congregating, and LA just somehow became kind of the hub for a lot of professional YouTubers.
I mean, do you think it's because people are trying to use that platform to jump off to more of a traditional, like kind of film career, or?
Yeah, I think it's highly possible. I definitely think it started off with a lot of people that were disgruntled with Hollywood. So YouTube was an outlet for a lot of people like Freddie W. that was just kind of a little bit unhappy where Hollywood is going, whether that was like the studio control or not creating content that they wanted or doing what they wanted with their training.
So is that what got y'all into it, or you personally? I mean, did you set out to want to be an actor or any of that, or?
No, ours was actually a happy accident. So people would just like record videos, put it up and show their friends.
And this is what year?
2007, like
Right.
probably June, July-ish.
Almost 10 years ago.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and so he would make these videos and he would send them to me, and I thought it was pretty funny, so I would make a stupid video just like how we did in the MMA gym, and I'll send it back to him. And then we started getting more and more views, and there'd be like 800 views, and we're like, what the fuck, we don't even know 800 people, that's crazy. And it would see comments, make more, you guys should team up. And we're like, well, fuck it, like we have this whole summer ahead of us.
Let's do some shit.
Let's just shoot, and with no training or anything, with this shitty little camera, we just started shooting stuff, and then people liked it, and then we're like, let's make this official. And his last name starts with the J, my last name starts with the K, so created
right
JK,
on.
Just Kidding Films.
So you guys have just now upgraded basically to a new studio space that you're finally getting into. I know it's kind of been a headache, but
Yeah.
Bart, this new space is killer. It's like, so this is what, just about 10 years in the making, finally stepping up to the next spot, huh?
Yeah, so this is our second space.
All right.
Our first big step, we got this office that was about 2,000 square feet, and then this place is 7,000. So it's like 3 times bigger.
That's so cool.
Really real. Just because you're miserable doesn't mean everyone should feel just like
This space, it's gonna have 3 main sets, and each pillar, like pillar to pillar, is 1 set. So this space that we're looking at right here, this is for Just Kidding News.
Right.
And then that's just like a regular talk show roundtable setup. And then from this pillar all the way down to that wall, that's gonna be for Just Kidding Party.
Oh, cool.
And so what we're trying to do with that is do like a variety game show type of thing. So we might be throwing water balloons at each other, slip and slide, just doing crazy stuff. So we just needed a big space that we can easily clean. Everything is just gonna be running out of here, and I think it's just gonna have like the synergistic effect where like the staff from both companies, they can see the hustle of each other and they can work and vibe creatively, and I think it'll just be like a really awesome think tank for everyone to be together creatively.
I mean, this is absolutely a full-time job. I mean, what type of hours are y'all putting in at the studio?
So actually, I think surprisingly, a lot of people think we do like crazy 12, 14-hour days. Our schedules are actually very flexible because we all know we have other endeavors and we have like other things we want to do. Like for example, lifting to me is just as important as my job. So Mondays through Wednesdays, we don't come in until 1 so that I can train and other people can train and do whatever. But we stay until about 8 o'clock and then we clock out. And then on Thursdays when we shoot Just Kidding News, those are the long hours where we come in at 10 a.m. and we film pretty much non-stop until like 9 p.m. with only a 2-hour lunch break. And in that 2 hours, I usually try to eat as fast as I can. I take a little nap just so I can get refreshed.
Yeah.
And on Fridays we have off.
So how many videos are y'all putting out a week?
Fuck ton. So just
Metric fuck ton.
Yeah, so Just Kidding News by itself, we put out 150 videos a month.
Holy shit.
We upload 5 videos a day, and then I think Just Kidding Films, Just Kidding Party, we do about 3 to 4 videos a week.
Dude, I'm looking forward to go actually train and do this other thing that you're really into. It's gonna be fun. Go check out the gym.
I asked my girlfriend at the time, Gio, who's my wife now, and I was like, would you be down if I put a squat rack in the living room?
Yes.
And then she was like, fuck no. She was like, fuck no. I'm like, all right. And then so I started like Googling like container gyms.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, what if outside of the JK office, I just had like a 20-foot container?
Yeah.
Just loaded up with the equipment. And then I think within like 2 days of asking around, 20 of my buddies were like, dude, we'll all chip in. So that made me think, what if I took it to the next level and just have a gym? And I was like, I don't know anything about running a gym. And then we looked at each other and I'm like, hey, are you down if like, let's say we have 0 members, but we still pay for a place like $1,500, $2,000 a month and we just have our own private gym? She says, I'm down. So we went to Barnes & Noble and then we're like, all right, we don't know anything about running a brick and mortar. Let's buy this business book.
No way.
And then our goal was every single day, let's commit at least an hour to reading this book, talking about what we read, and then build out this business plan. And then a year later, we had our business plan for the gym. And if we reach an obstacle that we can't overcome, then we'll quit. But if not, let's just keep going. And then we just went all the way until opening day.
Love it. I love it. I love it. So many people, man, get hung up on the whole idea of, oh, it's so daunting, the idea of opening a gym. It's so daunting, the idea of losing this weight. Any of these things, right? These goals they want to take, these things, when just do the next step.
Yeah,
just take the next step, and if that one works, take the next one. And that's it. You just keep making progress slow and slow, and the next thing you realize, you're like, oh, we have our second gym.
We opened on a Tuesday, and I remember that because Monday night, me and Jill were just staring at each other in bed, and we're like, fuck, I can't fucking believe this. We're gonna open 5 a.m. tomorrow, and this is the first gym we ever opened, and first brick and mortar we ever opened. It was just crazy.
Dude, it's really great. I love hearing stories about, like I said, you guys opening the gym and working through it. So I really appreciate you sharing that and getting a chance for us to talk.
Hallelujah, won't you come on over? Let me show you where my grace